This guy's face has to be a mess. Just a mess. Look at that.
This is why, Matt Menard, why we've been saying that you've got two guys who are very, if I can use this term, well-versed in ladder matches.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, both men. And Aubrey Edwards telling Chris Jericho, hey, you got to get in the ring. Now, Jericho's got one of the bigger ladders right now. The taller ladders. Oh, look at Mark Briscoe, for God's sake.
Unbelievable. That's 2-3 times now he's been smashed in the face with the ladder.
Now Briscoe down in the corner, Jericho just slapping him.
Look at this nutcase. Look at him. Oh. We're just going to exchange. Back and forth.
Seems like to me that Mark Briscoe, once he is injured, draws on that.
It's like it puts him in a zone, Tony.
And charging in, but Jericho, the backdrop, and you can see the imprint of the blood from Mark Briscoe on the floor here in Salt Lake City.
Just a mangled mess, his face.
Is tonight the night that Chris Jericho becomes a world champion for the 9th time? Or will Mark Briscoe retain his Ring of Honor World Championship? We are in the midst of finding out in this ladder war. Mark Briscoe has been bloodied, but he's not beaten, Tony.
Mark Briscoe is one of the more genuine people you'll ever find in the wrestling world. Chris Jericho is disingenuous as they come, and Mark Briscoe is not done yet. Watch out.
What's he looking for here?
I bet you Death Valley Driver on that ladder, yes!
Wow!
Yes!
Come on now, boys! Wow!
Briscoe may have an open shot now here, Excalibur. May.
If Mark Briscoe chooses to climb, it's been Chris Jericho that keeps invoking the name of Jay Briscoe, Mark's late brother, who you see on the shirt of Mark Briscoe. That is what this match is about for Mark Briscoe. This has become so deeply, deeply personal.
Here it is again, man. Not only did Briscoe put him on the ladder, Briscoe pushed himself to give extra added oomph to that ladder, man.
You know what I'm wondering right now? When Mark Briscoe decides to chase after that belt, is he going to be able to find it up there with all the blood in his eyes? Is there going to be a problem for him?
That's a great question.
Yeah, all that blood leaking down into the eyes, obstructing the vision of the Ring of Honor World Champion potentially. And he sure didn't see Chris Jericho coming with that ladder.
I don't even think we've seen Briscoe go for the belt one time yet.
No, we've not, but we've also seen the ladder. That Briscoe,
guys, what is happening here?
Briscoe's taking the brunt of these ladders from the time that he missed Jericho and fell on the ladder on the outside.
His face is an absolute mess.
And now,
Chris!
Jericho, he was clutched onto that ladder, and Mark Briscoe made him pay for it.
Jericho needs to move.
That time, Jericho at the last moment threw the ladder off of him, or else Jericho would have been crushed underneath it.
I mean, it might have taken out Briscoe as well.
But that senton hurt Jericho. As you can see, he's still down on the mat. And now Briscoe is going to try to go to the top for the first time.
He's figured it's time to end this thing.
What's he doing?
I don't know. This guy's a maniac.
No. Mark Briscoe, he doesn't want to end this. He wants to inflict the maximum amount of punishment.
Does he not want to win the match?
I mean, this is personal. This is about Jay Briscoe for Mark.
Sure.
This is about...
This guy's an idiot if you ask me. Look at Briscoe!
Briscoe left the ladder open. Ooh, gut shot.
This is about the Ring of Honor World Championship. This is about the Nueve for Chris Jericho. Well, right now.
God,
what a shot, huh? Look at this.
They both. Oh,
now for the first time, Mark Briscoe reaching for that Ring of Honor World Championship title belt.
Somebody's just got to grab that belt and rip it down into the winner.
Now Jericho gouging the eyes.
Very dangerous place for both men.
Oh, there we go. Wow.
That's it.
Briscoe drops it.
Chris.
No. And perhaps the last surge of energy from Mark Briscoe. It was enough to topple the ladder. It was enough to prevent Chris Jericho from grabbing that Ring of Honor World Championship.
What a match, guys.
All the blood that Briscoe has been losing Look at the determination on Mark Briscoe. Just pounding the mat.
These guys are going back and forth. Absolutely unbelievable.
And you see that Ring of Honor World Championship title belt dangling high above the ring here at the Maverick Center, Salt Lake City, live on TBS AEW Dynamite.
And what a crazy night it's been here on Dynamite. And as you saw, we've still got a lot to go on.
Jericho.
Oh, no!
Oh, well, that's a game changer right there.
Yeah, Jericho landed 3 or 4 uncontested shots into the face of Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe making Jericho pay for being overzealous.
How about now, Mark? You gonna go for it?
He's got to put the ladder up, obviously, and he still wants to use that table.
This is incredible. Are you kidding me, Mark?
And Mark Briscoe, he just wants to punish Chris Jericho for invoking Jay Briscoe's name time and time again. Mark Briscoe has warned him. He's given Jericho plenty of notice about this.
At some point, you got to think about your family. The man has, what, 6, 7, 8 children? You got to think of their futures. You got to think about putting food on the table. You want to retain the title.
What does Mark Briscoe have in mind here?
He's got Jericho placed on that table, and that ladder's out of position for grabbing the title.
And this guy's a nut job. What is he doing?
It's out of position for grabbing the title, but it is in the trajectory of Chris Jericho.
He's not worried about the title.
Oh, it's the Bad Apple.
Yeah, there comes Bad Apple Brian Keith, who's climbing up. He's putting himself in between Mark Briscoe and Chris Jericho, but in comes Rocky Romero! Wow! Rocky Romero, even in the score, the conglomeration, getting some licks in here on the Bad Apple. As Mark Briscoe to the top.
Look out here!
My God, look how high in the air he is.
Mark Briscoe, he's unsteady but undeterred. And Rocky Bow!
Oh, Chris Jericho's back of his head hit that ladder that was on the mat.
Wow! Now is he gonna go for it?
Let's take a look one more time how high he was. Oh, Jericho back of his head hit that ladder.
And now Mark Briscoe, Jay Driller, center of the ring. Jericho can't come back from this.
That's got to be enough. That's got to be enough, Mark.
Good job for Briscoe to move Jericho out of the way.
The Froggy Bow, the Jay Driller, and now the path to the top for Mark Briscoe. On the verge of retaining his...
Look out!
Of course. First, the Bad Apple, now the Redwood.
There's no disqualification, nothing you can do.
No, it's anything goes.
Oh, look, oh no!
And, oh, no! Briscoe, the choke slam.
Wow!
I've never seen anything like that, and we've seen a lot of stuff here.
Oh, forget about it.
Choke slam a guy over the top rope to the table on the floor.
But I mean, Big Bill, he's so tall, Tony, that he just grabbed Briscoe right off the ladder.
Guys, Mark Briscoe's done for, guys.
But look at this, Chris Jericho's done for as well.
Yep.
The Froggy Bow, the Jay Driller, and Big Bill putting Jericho on his shoulders.
Wow.
What do we... No,
He's going to take him right to the top. The learning tree.
Oh,
No! Chris Jericho has done it!
The new Rampage.
And new Ring of Honor World Champion, the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
what a match, my God.
Well, October 23rd, 2024 will forever be known as La Noche de la Nueve, the night Chris Jericho captured his 9th Ring of Honor World Championship.
What's going on?
Wait a second. Tomohiro Ishii. We haven't seen him since he was taken out by Jericho. And now Ishii, perhaps back for vengeance on the Nueve Chris Jericho. Will give a huge assist to Big Bill because Chris Jericho would not have captured that Ring of Honor World Championship without him.
We got to get eyes on Mark Briscoe.
But right now, fans, let's take a look at the developing rivalry.